Hey guys, Eli here. Hope you're all doing well. I have something I wanted to talk to you about, something that caught my eye. I haven't delved into this article yet, but the article is entitled Jordan Peele's 17 Favorite Horror Movies. I'm a fan of Jordan Peele, like the guy a lot, respect him a lot, love his films. So yeah, absolutely, I'm interested in this. So the article comes from a website called the Thought Catalog or Thought Catalog, which I haven't heard of, but I don't follow a lot of stuff really, just in general. But anything, any lists like this are always going to grab my attention. I'm just excited to see what it is that Jordan Peele is into, because I really don't know. I know he's sang his praises for John Carpenter before, and in fact, I believe I guess I shouldn't, don't quote me on this, but I remember him saying something along the lines of John Carpenter is the best horror director of all time. I'm pretty sure he said that. I also could be wrong. Anyways, yeah, love Jordan Peele. So let's check this out. I don't know if it's in order from top to least to worst, whatever you want to call it. We'll get a nice shot of Mr. Billy Zane right off the bat. I mean, how that's perfect, perfect. Demon Knight, love Demon Knight. So Jordan Peele's 17 favorite horror movies. Let's check it out. This kind of just goes over his early part of his career, which he was, on Mad TV, Key and Peele. He was a comedy guy before getting into horror or directing horror. All right, here we go. The Birds from 1963. I'm personally, I'm not real well versed in the Hitchcock stuff, but oddly enough, I have seen The Birds, and I funny thing was I saw it when I was a little kid. I might have been only 8 or 9. I'm not really sure, but I watched it and it really freaked me out. I really liked it. I really should rewatch it. I thought it was terrifying because, like, think about it, man. Birds, they're everywhere. No matter fucking where you go, and I love them. I love bird. I'm a bird guy, but like, no matter where you go, no matter where you go, at least in the U.S., probably the whole world though, there's fucking birds around you. So just imagine if they were to turn on us. Crazy idea, awesome idea. Yeah, God, I'm gonna rewatch it. Yeah, if you don't know much about the birds, well, I just kind of told you. But it's it says right here. I just kind of caught my eye. Peele says Hitchcock's movies are lessons in how to build suspense and have patience as a creator. But the lessons in how to build suspense, absolutely. I mean, is there a director that can build suspense better than Alfred Hitchcock? Not really sure. He is literally a master of that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna need to get into some. I need to be better versed in Hitchcock. But Rosemary's Baby, 1969. I've seen it, love it actually. I'm not trying to make this all about me, by the way, but just if I have any input, I'll just throw it out there. But yeah, I only really saw Rosemary's Baby for the first time, and I've only seen it once. Maybe 7 8 years ago. Yeah, I loved it. Anything satanic or satanic cult type stuff, if it's done well, it's an automatic sign me up every time. So let's see if he has anything to say about it. Oh, cool. A fun piece of lore from horror history is that Jordan Peele grew up only a few blocks away from the Dakota apartments, which served as the exterior for the Bramford apartments in Rosemary's Baby. Peele says the movie hit almost too close to home and scared him growing up. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, next, Jaws, 1975. Hell yeah. I mean, any fans of like old school horror, um, I'm not saying Jaws should be on everyone's list, but I'm just saying you will see it on almost everyone's list. That said, I do like Jaws. I'm a fan. It Jaws wouldn't make my personal list. As a film, yeah, it's definitely it's leagues better than most horror films of the time for sure. Just due to all the talent that was involved. But there isn't really much anyone could say about Jaws at this point that hasn't probably already been said. Stepford Wives, 1975. Now I gotta say, Stepford Wives is a movie I've only heard of. I don't know anything about it, man. I didn't even know it was a horror film. So it looks terrifying. I'll say that right off the bat. This image here. Oh, this is cool. You can tell the imagery of white suburbia and Get Out. Jordan Peele's first. Was that his first film? I think so. One of Peele's inspirations was the Stepford Wives. Okay. Young Joanna moves from Manhattan to the suburbs with her husband, struggles to fit in. Okay. I guess I'll have to check it out. I mean, I've known about it. That's a name. It's a name that you hear growing up and stuff. I just never really knew anything about it. Halloween, 1978. There we go. I was talking about Jordan Peele's love of John Carpenter, and I was assuming that at least one Carpenter film would be on here. And if there's going to be one, well, no, I was going to say if there's going to be one, it should be Halloween, but not necessarily because my favorite Carpenter film is The Thing. But Halloween, very high up there for me. Peele said that Michael Myers is his favorite horror villain. He's not even evil. He's just curious. Yeah. Michael Myers is one of my favorite horror villains too. I'm a big fan. A straightforward slasher film is unlike any of Peele's own work, true, but it is masterfully paced and has succeeded in scaring generations of horror fans with very little blood. Yeah. It is. I always admired it for that. There's so little blood in the first Halloween, and it's I mean, really, it's more of a proto slasher. It's a slasher, but it's before the days of where the genre would go. So it has its own unique feel to it. The Shining, 1980. I had suspected that this would be on this list. To me, The Shining feels very influential on almost all of Jordan Peele's films. I just maybe not like a direct influence, but I could feel the influence of Kubrick on Jordan Peele, not in a derivative way or anything like that, but I don't know. I feel it. Okay. Jordan Peele likes The Shining so much, he even dressed like Jack Torrance while on the press tour for Us. Didn't know that. I'm a big fan of Us, though. He talks about Shelley Duvall's performance, which I agree with. I love Shelley Duvall, and I loved her in that movie, and it always kills me when I see people talk about how bad she was, apparently. Her performance, I just don't see it that way. I never thought for a second her performance was bad, but some people do. Critters, 1986. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of the Critters franchise, even though I really only like the first two. I don't think even three. Yeah, first two for me, man. Especially the first one, but I like the second one too. Peele says Critters is his favorite B movie, even though in retrospect it's fairly bad. That I kind of don't agree with that for being a low budget B movie from 1986. I think it's pretty well done, actually. I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty well done. But I'm not arguing or anything. Misery, 1990. I could see that. I feel like Jordan Peele definitely, I've always thought, took inspiration from the more psychological horror. I mean, his movies are very, they just go for it. They go for more. He doesn't have like a straightforward slasher movie or anything, although I'd like to see him do it. Misery is an iconic Stephen King adaptation. Yeah, I'm a big fan too. Dead Again, 1991. I have not seen this. I'm aware of it. Never seen it. I don't know anything about it. Emma Thompson, Kenneth Branagh. Neo-noir romantic thriller. Is that I assume it's also a horror movie. I mean, this is supposed to be a horror list. About a man who was executed for murdering his wife in 1949. 40 years later, a mute woman with amnesia. There's a resemblance to okay. Sounds very cool. Yeah, I definitely check it out. It just doesn't sound horror to me, but it's got to be, right? Candyman, 1992. I expected this to be on his list for sure, especially since he had a hand in the most recent Candyman film from what 2019, 2021, directed by Nia DaCosta. Cool. Yeah, I totally expected this would be on your. Peele said right here that without Candyman, there probably wouldn't be a Get Out. That's awesome. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, 1995. Big fan of those Tales from the Crypt movies. Demon Knight is so good. If you haven't seen it, it's so much better than it rightfully should be. I think it's kind of like a minor underground classic. Peele said that Jada Pinkett Smith is his favorite final girl of all time. Wow. Okay. Wouldn't be mine, but maybe that's just because I have grown to just not like her as a person, but whatever. Cool. The Scream, 1996. Yeah, I'm a big Scream fan. Big Scream fan, and Jordan Peele being his age, similar age to me, I could see this. This was big for a lot of movie fans when it came out. Funny Games, 1997. Again, that psychological horror I just had always assumed would be Jordan Peele's cup of tea, and there is no really, I mean, there's no better example of psychological horror than Funny Games. I mean, if you've seen it, you know what I mean. It's got that American remake, which was weird, shot for shot remake. I gotta say, despite that, it's still pretty good. I think the Funny Games remake is worth watching. A Tale of Two Sisters, 2003. Man, I haven't seen this one in a long time. It's very, very good. Korean horror film, considered to be one of the best according to this article, and I agree, it is considered that. It's considered like one of the most classic examples of Korean horror ever, like top 10. Maybe I'm just saying that, but it's really fucking good. Definitely look into that. Inspired by a Korean folk tale. I actually didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to rewatch it. Let the Right One In, 2008, Swedish vampire film. I'm a big fan. I've been meaning to read the book for years. I have it somewhere. I even like the American remake a lot. Yeah, classic. Martyrs, 2008. All right. Now we're getting into some. Jordan's got some love for the new French Extreme. Oh man, Martyrs is a perfect example of like a game changer. You know what I mean? I'm like, when it came out, and even if you haven't seen it, if you were to watch it now, I think it would have a similar impact. It's just a sledgehammer to the head of a film. The Witch, 2015. I'm a huge fan. Love it. Love it. Interesting list. What'd you guys think? Nothing on there that like I hadn't heard of or anything like that, but there are a few, two I think that I have not seen, so I'll get on that. Yeah, any fans of Jordan Peele out there? What do you think about his lists? What do you think about the man's work? I can't wait to see what he does next. I think he is one of the more interesting voices in horror currently, personally. So anyways, hope you guys are having a good weekend. We'll talk soon. Cheers. See you at the multiplex.